Hi, my name is Phil Bolander and my company's name is Seed and Lead. And what I focus on with my clients is business transformation and leadership development. So what that means is I take businesses that are in chaos and disarray, and what I do is I move them into a more streamlined approach to how they do business, allowing them to save money in their expenses and also increase their profits. And in doing so, what I make sure is that there's a leadership model that supports all of it and sustains it. So with that in mind, I wanted to share with you that I have experienced the effects of jet lag in my career without even taking a flight. And what I mean by that is that when you look at jet lag usually is associated with one, taking a very long flight, traveling across several time zones. And then what I really want to focus in on is the fact that traveling across those time zones creates certain outcomes for you. So without even traveling across those time zones, you can experience jet lag in your career. And it looks something like this: insomnia, fatigue, chronic irritability, inability to focus, aches and pains in your body. You might even have problems with your appetite. So those symptoms associated with jet lag are very similar, if not identical, to stress. And what happens with stress is our immune system gets compromised, we develop chronic health issues, etc. So I'm drawing the correlation between jet lag and stress and the impact of it on your career. So it begs the question: would you voluntarily engage in activities that would create this jet lag and stress outcomes or symptoms? So what I want to share with you is that during one of my large-scale operational transformations, I experienced this. I experienced this for a period of time while I was inundated with the amount of work that had to be done, the backlog that had to be taken care of, the leadership development that needed to take place to sustain it going forward. I mean, there was just a huge amount of work that had to be done. And what I found was, without ever even leaving the office, I was feeling all the feelings and all the symptoms of jet lag. And so it occurred to me that we can experience jet lag without even leaving our office. And so that has an impact on our ability to be successful, because what happens is if on a daily basis you're plagued with these symptoms and you can't think clearly and you're fatigued from not sleeping the night before, you're easily distracted, easily irritable, that's not bringing your full self to the table. It's not being the leader that will serve and support others. So what happened for me was I was in my first large-scale turnaround, and in that large-scale turnaround, I experienced many, if not all, of these symptoms. And on the other side of it, what I realized was that there is a way to get through it. And the way to get through it for me was to make sure that I had the support of coaches. So I was working with coaches at the time. And then secondly, make sure that I could implement some self-care habits. So those self-care habits really are the things that keep us from falling into the pitfalls of getting back into the jet lag and stress symptoms. So what happened for me was I was able to learn those things by working with the coach and working with the mentors, and then also experiencing them firsthand. So what's really important about that is to be able to have had that experience and then understand how I can help others now that I've been through it, because that was my first time, but there were actually probably at least maybe 5 more turnarounds that I did. And the good news is that most all of them, I had those lessons learned around jet lag and stress to support me. So I think this is a really important topic to discuss with leaders, with business owners and entrepreneurs. And I would love it if you would put some comments below so that we can benefit from each other and benefit from each other's feedback. The other thing is, I would love it if you would join me in my private Facebook page, which is 7 Essential Traits of Leaders. I'd love for you to join me there, and all you have to do is go there, make the request, and I'll accept it. The other thing is, if you're experiencing any of the symptoms of jet lag or stress, by all means reach out to me, phil@seedandlead.com. Let's have a conversation about how I might be able to support you. Share with you how my experience brought me to a place where I had balance and actually traveled the world around, being able to avoid jet lag, even taking 17 and 18-hour flights. So with much gratitude, thank you.